Gaslit for almost 2 years by my boyfriend of 6. Posted by Princess Aesthetic. If you like these stories and want to see more, please like and subscribe. My ex and I had a loving and unique relationship with open sex life. Our rule was, if you're going to have sex, I want to be involved, I want to come too. I was always allowed to look at his phone, but about a month into the Rona lockdown, he locked me out. And I got upset, and he said he needed space. It spiraled me into a year of paranoia, specifically about one friend in particular he had. And every time I got paranoid and jealous, it would erupt into a massive fight. And after a year or so, many obvious things like her calling in the middle of the night, him insisting he needed to visit her for reasons, all of it always ended in a fight that I lost because I was being crazy. I was so sure I was crazy. I became depressed and out of control, thinking that my jealousy had ruined everything between us. I felt like I couldn't be with him or anyone without the feeling of being cheated on. About a year later, a couple of months ago, he broke up with me. Mostly cause of my jealousy. He wanted to stay friends. We tried hard to let the bad things go and be platonic. We were texting daily about shows and other things we enjoyed. I moved to a new city, and I quit my job. I chose to isolate myself and learn to control my obsessive jealousy. Then yesterday, I got the proof, over a year of photos, kissing, holding hands, cuddling in bed, holding my dog. Fracking. She cracked. She finally decided to tell me. And I'm fracking mad. I've never been this mad. But more so, I realized I wasn't crazy. I spent a whole year living in a lie, being lied to my face. Telling my boyfriend that I can't control this intense paranoia of him cheating on me just minutes after he had been with her. But it wasn't paranoia. I had known. My mental health was ruined. I became suicidal. I had been reading self-help books and pinpointing childhood traumas as the reason I am this way. So I guess what I'm saying is, now I will always trust my gut, my heart, my brain. I felt like I was living in a cloud of lies, and my body was telling me that nothing was real. And I was punishing myself, my body, for telling me what I needed to know. I'm so angry. I felt dirty and violated. 6 years of memories making me sick to my stomach. And now for the top comments. I'm so sorry you had to go through all this. And yes, you're absolutely right. You should always trust your gut feeling. He's such a puss. The moment he locked his phone, that moment should have been a huge red flag, and you knew it. You deserve better than that when you're being completely open and honest. And I'm saying he's such a puss because he was such a lucky guy. Not many girlfriends approve of having an open sex relationship. He's such a scumbag. I'm sure whoever he's with now won't last long. Once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't understand. My guy, don't frack around on a girl that's totally cool with you having sex with other women. Threesomes. Group sex. Open and loving relationship. And you had to frack that up. The other Global Council of Penis Owners and I are revoking your manhood status. Jokes aside. I'm sorry this happened to you. I've been in that dark place, albeit for a different reason, but I know how much that crap fracks you up. Still dealing with suicidal thoughts from time to time. I empathize, and I hope you're doing better. Wow, your story cuts to my core. It's almost like I'm reading my own thoughts. Different cheating situation for me, but the denying and being told I'm paranoid and crazy. That alone will make you miserable, and somehow I stayed and let it get worse. Then you find out you were right all along, and it wasn't even them who came clean about it. Someone else had too. They were going to take it to the grave if they could. How do people live like that? I feel for you, I really do. I have gone through something similar recently with a 7-year relationship. The best thing to come of it, though, is something you said: I will always trust my gut, my heart, my brain. Basically, just trust your instincts going forward. That's the biggest lesson I've learned from my situation. Also, it's not your fault. Tell yourself that every day. Try to let go of the guilt and anger the best you can. It won't help you in moving in past this, trust me. You will get through this. I'm trying right now as we speak. It feels good to write about it. Every day it will get better, one day at a time. And now for our next story. My fiancé cheated on me after 4 years together. Found out his secret he's been dealing with for years. Posted by Sun_G0DD3SS. So my fiancé, 21M, and I, 22F, have just gotten an apartment together after being together for 4 years. We got engaged a few months ago, and everything has been fine between us except for a few minor disagreements, and things were going pretty well. That is until I found out. I've been having a weird feeling that he has been hiding something for a few months now, but always chalked it up to insecurities. I'll admit once we moved in together, this feeling overwhelmed me, and while he was walking our dogs, I decided to look at his phone. I know, a huge mistake, but what I found has made me sick to my stomach. I found emails where he had logged into multiple dating sites to look for trans women. I also found an Instagram account that he had made to interact with trans women he had met in college and told me was just someone who wouldn't leave him alone. And lastly, porn searches targeted towards trans women. I confronted him, of course, and he came clean to me about how he can't get the thought of being with a trans woman out of his head and that he sexted the women from his school, but he has no interest and doesn't know why he keeps going back. He also blamed porn, saying it's why he has these urges. I feel sick and lied to, and I'm not sure how to deal with this information. I agreed we could work on things because he broke down so badly and seemed genuinely upset, but I can't stop thinking about what I saw and am not sure how to go forward with moving on. Any advice is appreciated. And now for the top comments. No one ever knows why they do something. That's just denying accountability and responsibility. Add that to the lying, deceiving and lack of communicating. He only broke down because he got caught and grilled. He never confessed and never shared his thoughts with you. The trust is gone. Move away. You've been given this gift of truth. You found out before your lives were inextricably intertwined. Leave and find someone with who you are compatible sexually and morally. The right man won't lie and cheat, and what he's doing is cheating. Just because he is exploring his kink doesn't mean that it's not cheating. I hate to say it, but you're both young, barely out of college and still insecure about acceptance, identity, and fear of disappointment. It's hard to express the best side of ourselves when there is a stigma that hinders confidence. But the truth will set you free, just as much it will scorch the identity we've built as social armor. You're asking for advice? Being in a relationship is stripping our skin down to the muscle. It's gross, raw, and you have to be willing to reveal things we've held back because the fear of rejection could be tantamount to suicide. If you're in it, then you are in it, and you have to love it and accept it because you know there is nothing you can say that will make your man flinch or diminish his support for you. If you kill someone, he'll help you hide the body. If you need a kidney, he'll give you both of his, and when you're old and need someone to wipe your ass, he'll tell you it smells like roses and sunshine. How you react to change and chaos is a measure of your maturity and ability to navigate the 5 stages of grief. Shock that you discovered he had a fetish, denial that this was his, anger at his betrayal, bargaining that maybe you can live with this, and finally either acceptance to this new information or rejection. And you know what? This is not going to get any easier because there are still more struggles ahead, and today it was his sexual deviancy. Do not diminish his self-worth, do not make him lose confidence, and do not emasculate him because he is your partner, and you do not want a partner who feels weak and insecure when the S really hits the fan. And in all honesty, this is not what you want, because what you do want is for him to make you the priority. You want to make him the greatest champion and the envy of other men because you make each other happy. So my advice is to look at him, cup his face in your lovely feminine hands and tell him that this was a shock, and it sucks, but that in the end, he needs to reaffirm and recommit that you are the priority and that he needs to worship only you and no one else. And if that can't happen, then this relationship can't happen either. That is the best advice I can give. We as human beings can make some really bad decisions and mostly out of good intentions. Be open and communicate. Good luck! And now for our next story. My boyfriend of 6 years cheated on me. Posted by Affectionate Owl 6713. I found out 2 days ago. I'm broken. I feel gross cause he touched another girl than touched me. He told me he's going to find a therapist to figure out why he went astray. When I first saw the messages on his phone, he lied and lied. I found the girl on Instagram. She told me the story, but he said some of the stories were lies, then finally admitted to physically cheating. I broke up with him instantly. I'm a mess, needed to take this week off work cause I'm a mess. But in the end, I want to eventually, if I want to be with him in months' time, want to be with him if he actually tries to make the moves to be better? I'm so confused. I just actually love him so much. This sucks so bad. Is it wrong to want to eventually work on us again in the future if we both take the steps? And now for the top comments. Don't do it. He doesn't deserve it. Hi Owl, you seem young, well, to my standards at least, and have a whole life in front of you. In all my years, I have seen cheating within a lot of couples. This is never easy. There are only losers there. On 2 occasions, I have seen couples stay together, both with children. Other couples fail if one, or both, cheats. Only one couple is still very much in love, the cheater saw the mistake, and they built from there. The other couple is still on shaky grounds, even after 15 years, in my opinion, they and their kids would have been better off apart. In your case, you know what he is capable of, and that is misusing your trust and ignoring your feelings. Can he change? I don't know. Should you get together again? Your decision, but always remember why you broke up. I wish you all the best. Take your time to process this. Find friends to talk about it. That helps. Take care. Never ever go back. Ever. Never. What's your say on this? Do you have a similar story? Comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.